Reading in layers, the first steps to tableau reading. If the tableau is a painting, then in this first part of the book, we look at the elements of that composition. We are going to walk through each stroke of the brush that composes the painting and understand its role in the final work of art. The strokes and layers of our tableau are the elements and suits both present and absent in our readings. The numbers, the colors, pictorial cues, the body language of the figures, directionality, interactions, relational dynamics, and of course the meanings of the cards. This can be a lot to take in initially, which is why this reading method is layered. But what is layered reading? I'm a fan of allegories when it comes to explanations. To understand layered reading, we can think of the reading as a puzzle. This exercise was inspired by the puzzle of Monet's The Japanese Foot Bridge that hangs in my office. Somewhere there, if you're wondering. When you're putting together a puzzle, the first step, unless you like to suffer, is usually separating and sorting the pieces. In your first pass, you separate the pieces that have a blunt edge in order to put together the frame. The frame serves as a structure upon which to build the rest. Then you sort the pieces by color so that you can guesstimate where they fit. Once you've done that, you put the border together. If we refer back to the Japanese foot bridge, it makes sense to then separate the pieces into a few categories. You would have a pile for the green pieces that form the background, a pile for the pieces that show a bit of the bridge, a pile of pinkish pieces that form the water lilies, a pile for the reeds, and a pile for the water. Once you've done that, you would naturally begin trying to attach the pieces to the border. Maybe you would like to start with the bridge to help you divide the puzzle into two distinguishable portions, and then attach the pieces to the background and the water, and so on and so forth until your puzzle is complete. This is exactly what we do when we are reading a tableau. First, we look at the cards on the table, account for them, and take a series of steps towards putting the story together. If a card is a piece of the puzzle, there is only so much that we can learn from it on its own. We instead understand the card by how it connects with others. Some pieces of the puzzle, like the corners, are easily identifiable on their own. They also connect to two other pieces, or cards. The rest of the border pieces connect with three other pieces, while the ones in the middle are going to link four pieces together, one on each side. In the same fashion, the role of some cards in the reading will be evident from the first moment, but that won't separate them from their role in the rest of the reading. Ultimately, we need all of them to truly interpret the image. Instead of interpreting one card in one particular position, one at a time, and being done with it, tableau reading integrates all of the cards in the spread. They are not individual cards, but part of something else, a bigger picture. These layers explore different aspects of the cards, a different side of the puzzle piece. This style of reading requires repeatedly going through the cards until you are able to extract all the information. Don't worry if it seems like too much at first. It's easier than it seems. Accompany me through these pages and get ready to begin to separate the pieces of the puzzle, the strokes of our painting, and I promise you that you will not want to look back.